Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and however you identify, I am WXFan21, joined by the fantastic Ryan Ford. Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, not bad, not bad. So, feel fresh from taking a shower right before getting ready for this commentary here.
Let's go.
Yeah, sir.
All right, so we've got Mr. Greggy Spike on your left, ronaldrage on your right. This is an any percent tournament, our 2025 any percent tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan. I believe this is lower bracket.
Yeah, I think it's round 2.
Yep.
Yeah, the lower side.
I gotta pull that up.
I'm also pulling it up to double check.
Things I should have had done to begin
Oh, it's round
with.
1. It's round 1, I lied.
Lower bracket round 1?
Yeah. Looks like Ronald lost to... Okay,
How did my Hulu just randomly start playing? So I didn't hear what words you said. All of a sudden, I just hear Hulu playing in the background. I'm like, I never even hit play!
Oh my gosh, I see. Okay, so Greggy lost to Radley Vance in round 1 with a 121.03 compared to Radley. Yeah, Radley won by about a minute and a half. And then Ronald lost to Bench Juice with the he had a 115.12 and lost by about 2 minutes.
Yeah, shout out to Bench Juice, 113.10.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal time.
Exactly. That's pretty up there for like the top echelon of runners. So
absolutely, there's a reason Bench is the number 6 seed. Ronald was the number 11. So now, with that being said, again, we're going to see one of these racers move on. They're going to be taking on. It looks like it's going to be the loser of Thunder versus Gray Fox.
Gotcha.
In round 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's underway, but of course, gotta wait for the sync up in a bit.
That we do. So Ryan was looking forward to this. Saw you on commentary. I'm like, I want to go comment Ryan. So let's talk about the first part of this game. And one thing that I've been saying during commentary, this is extremely RNG heavy, in my opinion. You've got the first 2 boss doors with I-beams that we're going to keep track of. And we've got Arachnus' RNG. We've got Zazabee's RNG. So the first part of this game is going to be very RNG dependent.
Yep, could end up being pretty swingy. Yeah, the infamous like I-doors RNG is like, especially in the early game when because the first 2 I-doors, how you're not able to defeat it in one hit, so you're susceptible to getting screwed by RNG even more.
You got it. We'll talk about the charge beam and the special uniqueness of what comes along with the charge beam once we get it in Sector 1. There is a uniqueness to it that will allow us to one-shot the I-doors. So, nice and synced up here. Racers are going to be making their way on over to the main deck data room. They gotta get themselves some missiles. But they do now know that target, we know it's Arachnus. That's where we're gonna get our Morph Ball.
Yeah, holy moly.
Also, big shout out Metroid Fusion community. The Randovania Metroid Fusion randomizer is officially live.
Yeah, I saw that notification while I was on my way home a couple hours ago. It's really cool.
Very exciting.
Definitely want to try it out as well.
Absolutely. Shout out to our fine friends over at Randovania. So, we're going to go get our missiles. And then we're going to go and pick up the first couple items of the seed. So, Ryan, where this is an any percent category run, there are items that racers can choose to get. There's no hard requirement they have to get certain items as they pass them. One of them is going to be one of the missile packs heading to Arachnus. Would that be a missile pack you would get?
You get 2 before Arachnus. Yeah.
Yeah, I would get both missile packs.
Yeah, because Otherwise, you're probably gonna run out of ammo during the fight on Arachnus, and then possibly later on too, like right before the what's it, the charge beam core and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, later in the game also, like just having roughly around like 45-ish, like for your max ammo is generally good for the run. So it's
Absolutely.
convenient to collect it.
Let's see if the racers will in fact collect it. ronaldrage moving out to a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, he also kept picking up time a little bit from like the tech smashing.
Yep. We'll get into that in a little bit later on in this run. Time for the first set of missiles.
Yep, there's one.
Ronald
pretty
is
much
going for the second.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty standard to go for it.
Yeah. Ryan, why don't you talk to us about this eye door and about Arachnus?
Yeah, so all right, that was a nice double there by Ronald. So, if you can hit the eye door with a missile, with two missiles on the same frame. Oh wow, Greg got way better RNG. Yeah, so you can skip one cycle and kill it in 2 cycles, but then also the eye door takes a random amount of time to open its eye, and it takes a random amount of time to, it has a random amount of beams that it can shoot as well. So,
wow, the
can,
RNG for Ronald was great there.
Yep.
No rolls.
Yep.
Oh, and a nice double to finish.
Yep. Greg not going for the double at all.
Greg ran out of missiles.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I saw him shaking his hand to the camera. So, not sure if that was a gesture or just blood, getting the blood flowing. One or the other. But yeah, it looks like Ronald pulled ahead again because there was a lead change due to the Idor RNG, but then Arachnus RNG like swung it again, and then Ronald's execution is a little better there too.
Dark Spy, why are you yelling at me?
It's in all caps. Not for me.
Just giving Dark Spy a little rib. So good to see you, Dark Spy, and Radley. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate you. All right, so it's time to go to Sector 1. I kind of said this the other day, and you know what? I was thinking about this. Tell me I'm not crazy. So, besides the animals that are encased in a bio area where they're able to, live and breathe and everything on their own, everything is dead on the station. Why do we need to free the atmospheric stabilizers? Samus has a power suit that she can breathe in.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I guess they didn't know that everyone was dead yet. So.
I mean, that's also very fair. I mean, like you don't really know, and especially when we get to the Corax after, it's like, oh, there is somebody here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, not the Corax. Escape in Franker Z.
Yeah.
That one. It's like, oh, it mimicked a human. So yeah, pretty interesting.
Yep.
So, Dark Spy, don't you dare take my joke and put it out of order. I will ban you from the chat. I'm only kidding. To avoid the X reproducing further. I mean, very fair. Fair. But anyway, in all seriousness, we're going to destroy some X's that have attached to 5 atmospheric stabilizers. You see the 5 rooms there that are all square except for the first one. We will be able to go and blast 5 X's up, and we're going to be able to do it even faster with the help of that charge beam. We'll get again to the uniqueness, excuse me, the charge beam here in just a little bit.
Yep.
Now there is another potential optional item here, Ryan. There's an E-tank coming up. Some racers will choose to get it, others won't. And it looks like Ronald has elected to skip the E-tank, at the very least, on the way down through Sector 1.
Yep. Yeah, kind of sucks that he got hit, though, because, could matter for, for ammo, depending on how many missiles he shoots throughout this sector.
Yeah.
There's a shot that you could run out. Run out if you don't get any refills and stuff.
We don't really talk a lot about ammo management here. At the very least, throughout most of the run, I mean, Metroid Fusion is like a game where you just get so overwhelmed with ammo. There's just so much of it and so many E-tanks. You know, this isn't like a SM any percent run where ammo management's crucial throughout the entire run. It's crucial here. We just don't focus on it as much as commentators. Just because a lot of these racers, again, we have so many green Xers that are out and about, so many stations, and not to mention, we can usually get to a good red X at some point to and from boss fights.
Yeah.
So, speaking of those red X's, we're making, Ronald's making their way, and so is Greggy, making their way on over to the second boss of the game. This is the Charge Beam Core X.
Yep.
No more RNG
Greggy,
here.
Greggy's ammo.
Okay, I double beam. Ooh, good. Oh, he missed a double.
Missed both doubles.
Oh, he's getting beamed.
Yeah, at least the first time he was too close. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and there's the red X.
And then Greggy just getting 0 beams. Doesn't even try.
This is insane about the RNG.
Yeah, he's like,
all right,
just get lucky for him.
Yep. Now, you see two different techniques to this. Radley's trapping the Core X, and Ronald's just going all over the place. Not a big deal. Definitely different strategies, whatever you're comfortable is. But we've teased it long enough. The Charge Beam does have a unique functionality. If you watch the Charge Beam shot closely, there is a little tiny piece at the end of it. We call it a flare. That flare does a little bit of extra damage on top of the Charge Beam. Ryan, I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head. Do you?
The flare does 6 damage, and then the 2 parts of the Charge Beams do 10 each.
There you go. Thank you for the breakdown.
Yeah,
Gonna come in handy for the Cirrus fight coming up in a couple of sectors.
Yep. Since Cirrus has 50 health. Those eye doors also, they have 20 health, and these atmospheric stabilizers also have 25 health. So yeah, doing 26 damage with the point blank charge shot. Just barely one-shots them.
You got it. Alright, we are done with Sector 1. It's time to move on to Sector 2, and time for Sirmas to open the first of 4 locks and hatches. It'll be the level 1 locks and hatches, the blue doors, which is going to allow Sirmas to progress to get to the Sector 2 data room for us to get our explosives, the bombs. Ronald's movement is so clean.
Yep, Greg right on his tail. That's good though. The beginning part of Sector 1, I didn't see how Greg got to low health, but he was at like 49 at one point. But not sure what happened. But he managed to hold it together and not like take a death.
Really nicely done. Again, Greg maintaining pace here at Ronald. So we'll talk about tech smashing in a bit as we make our way on over to Sector 2. Again, we're just gonna go and get our bombs first. We gotta unlock the level 1 doors and hatches. Let's do a little housekeeping here, Ryan. Exclamation point R in the Twitch chat. Make sure you give these races a follow. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary team. Big shout out to Jeff Gaines and Games for doing setup. So make with the typing the stuff in the chat. And I announced this the other day. Gonna announce it here again. We'll have a formal announcement here on Speed Gaming coming soon. September 26th and 27th. There will be a charity Metroid marathon that I am teaming up with Speed Gaming to put on. I've locked in all the racers. And I am calling it Metroids for Charity. We are going to be supporting a mental health charity for gamers called Safe in Our World. and it is going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime 1, and Metroid Prime 2. We are going to have speedruns. We are going to have randomizers. It is going to be a ton of fun. September 26th and 27th. Gonna be a ton of fun. We'll have more information for all of you on the Speed Gaming website. And hopefully on socials. Again, checking with Speed Gaming on several things. So that is the housekeeping all set and squared away for. We're going to raise a bunch of money. And I got a ton of great ideas in store as well. So, Ronald had a really nice climb up there in that green room. Now has unlocked the level 1's doors and hatches. Time to go get those bombs there, Ryan.
Yep. Yeah, he took a bit of, like, safety strats on, the first ascent in, this room that he's revisiting right now. But, it was, like, very slightly slower than the optimal strat. And not taking a risk of getting hit since these, Zoros do a huge chunk of damage as well. And yeah, his health is also, like, kind of low, and he has only one E-tank, so, you know, probably better to not risk it, right? Alright, each of them getting bombs.
Like the old saying goes, rather be safe than sorry. Nothing wrong with taking some safe strats.
Hey, right,
But
right.
will the racers be safe after Zazabi? Will they go for what we call the sack skip? More on that coming up later.
Oh, good point, good point.
Now let's go through the hidden parts of Sector 2. And Ryan, I don't know about you, when I played this game as a kid, it was not I was not a fan of Sector 2 at all. There were so many hidden parts, I got lost, I got confused, some of the rooms looked the same, the map was a little confusing. And then going through Clear afterwards, it's like there were more rooms hidden than even before. This is really weird. So,
yep.
But these racers are pros. Doesn't confuse them.
Yeah, so the room that Ronald's in right now, like trying to find those pillars, like by bombing the floor. I feel like that part's kind of like obtuse for like a first time playthrough. I've seen people doing blind playthroughs back when Metroid Dread was about to be coming out, and yeah, everyone be like, you know, playing every Metroid game before Dread release, and then people get stuck in that room like pretty often, and then you know, just start bombing randomly and being like, oh wow, that's the puzzle. What a terrible puzzle, or something like that. So I've seen it happen. I've had it happen as a kid. Yeah.
Some of the puzzles in this game are ridiculous.
Yep,
Alright, time for Zazabi.
Okay, Greggy picking up a free tank. Oh, both of them did, actually. I didn't see Ronald grab it. Alright, so got 0 jumps for the first cycle. Or, well, 1 jump when he opens himself. Mm-hmm. People say different numbers, so...
2 jumps for Ronald there.
Yep. So far...
3. Oh, it's 4. It's the max.
Yeah, so got, like, best RNG on the first cycle, and then, like, worst on the third.
I believe it's 1 jump to 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Double. First cycle I think is 0 to 2, and then
gotcha.
Second cycle is 1 to 3, and then third cycle is 2 to 4.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, it increases
we talked
by
about
1.
it. Yep. Sorry, we talked about it. It's time for really the racer's first encounter on screen with Samus with the SAX. So there is a trick by a lot of top runners called sack skip. And Ronald is not going to go for it. Yeah. And that is fine.
So it saves about 7 seconds doing sack skip, if I recall correctly. And yeah, if you fail it, then you're dead, so...
Save 7 seconds, risk 16 minutes. Ish.
Yep.
17-ish minutes. One of the two.
Don't be like me where The Hundo relay race, I went for it and died in Hundo.
Oh.
I lost
Rude.
like 20 minutes, so definitely my fault we lost that relay.
Greggy, you can't shoot the sacks through the floor. Oh, that stinks. You were the actual winners. I mean, let's face it.
Right?
Hashtag stuck up to co-coms. Anyway, in all seriousness here, I want to say, for those of you that were here for that charity Metroid announcement, thumbs up in chat if it's something you're interested in and would support. All right. Time to go to Sector 4, the Aqua level. Hence, the name literally is AQA. It's Aqua. It's water.
Yep. Yeah, the only sector where you enter and you're going left instead of right. But yeah, I do like the Sector 4 first visit. I feel like the tech and movement's pretty cool. And there's some spots where you're able to some situations where you can actually make use of doing R shots, which I guess for those that haven't run the game, basically if you press R to toggle your missiles, as long as you have at least one missile in your inventory, then you if you have a charge shot primed already, then it'll release your charge shot, and when doing it during a spin jump, it won't break your spin, but still shoot the shot. So you can make use of that by not killing your momentum in the air. Not sure if either person will do it in any of these parts, but there are some parts where you can sometimes either save time or not have to slow down depending on enemy RNG and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, Ronald using the pseudo screw on that crab as well. So more cool stuff like that. There, Ronald did an R shot for that first crab. That's kind of what I was talking about actually. So yeah, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And then there's optional door fixes that you can do as well. In some of the rooms, just for small frame savers as well.
Gotcha. So basically what Radley Vance is saying in chat is Radley's career choice is to become a general contractor.
Ooh.
That's pretty much what I'm saying. I see fix 3 or 4 cars, a couple riding lawn mowers, some push mowers, a couple power washers, fix the PS. Oh, that was blow stuff up? No. Radley, you're supposed to do that in Metroids, in the game.
Yeah, I've been partially
the enemies.
I've been partially looking at chat, but yeah, obviously watching 2 runners while trying to look at chat, sometimes it's not easy.
Nope, it is not.
Oh, no beams for Ronald there. So
nicely done. He's getting a little bit of gracious on the way back. He got that Corax door was brutal. All right, so do you all remember we talked about the charge beam plus the flare?
Oh, this good RNG here. Nice.
Beautiful Ceres fight for Ronald, where Ceres has 50 HP. Having 2 close-range charge beam shots to include the flare does 26 damage for each charge shot. Thus, you can have a minimum of a 2-round Ceres fight. Ronald now is continuing to open up his lead. So this needs to be charge shots at point-blank range on Ceres' head.
Yep. So otherwise, if you use missiles, the missiles only do 10 at its current strength. Ooh, Greg shooting slightly too early, and he was standing too far forward for the RNG that he got, so he only hit with one part of the charge shot.
So Radley hasn't typed in chat in a while. Can somebody check to see if Radley may or may not have blown up his computer? I'm kidding, Radley. I see you.
I see Greg going for doubles. Ooh,
really
he's tough
Ceres fight for Greg.
Yeah, he got the 2 doubles at least, but yeah, that last core was core hit was dubious. Alright, so you'll see if Ronald does the diagonal spark here. Okay, I did. So that you can charge your speed booster sooner. Instead of sparking all the way across the room and then running back partway to charge your speed booster into this room where he's going to try and do the low height shine spark and gets it.
Nicely done, Ronald.
Alright, so that was really nice. And
Yep.
not screwing up that room with the golden crab. It's if you're too slow killing the first crab, then sometimes that X will take a long time to spawn the gold one. So you have to be careful about that. Usually you can just like run up and charge shot it, and it like should be fine. But okay, yeah. So Greggy doing the straight spark, and I don't think he's gonna be able to charge a speed booster. Yeah, no. Okay, I think he just wasn't gonna be going for the low height at all, so that's why he opted to run straight there. So yeah. So as you said, WX fan. So Ronald's lead is getting a bit wider. He's kind of getting the micro optimizations, and then also yeah, not having that flub on the series fight as well.
You set me up for a good old-fashioned airplane quote there, and I'll say it anyway. You said Ronald's lead is getting wider, and Leon is getting larger. You all have never seen Airplane. It is a classic movie. You need to go see it. It's a movie with a bunch of puns, and it's great.
I'm gonna write that down to check it out.
Airplane is fantastic. There's a line in it that says, "All right, boys, let's go take some pictures." All of a sudden, as you see the news reporters go up to the wall, take pictures off the wall, and leave.
Oh my gosh.
It's great! It is so funny.
That sounds
Please tell me
actually so funny.
someone in Twitch chat has seen Airplane. Anyway, otherwise it sounds like I'm gonna get canceled. Thank you, Taurus. Surely you can't be serious. I am, and don't call me Shirley. I love it. It's fantastic. Can't really say some of the other quotes on air, but if you've seen Airplane, you know what I'm talking about. Time to go get super missiles, which I feel like is just an underrated item upgrade in speedruns, because we get ice missiles rather quickly because we go right to Varia to ice missiles, and we get the charge beam as it is. I just feel like super missiles is a little underappreciated, maybe.
It's nice having that extra power. I love super missiles in this game. Especially after playing randomizer. It's like you appreciate them so much more. But yeah, so no bob skip from Ronald. Can't believe it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, he's making his way to the super missiles right now.
Yep. So this will be the first of 2 times that we're gonna see the security robot. So at this part of the run, the boss is called Box. Later on when we see it, we refer to it as Xbox. So right now, it is not infected by X parasites. It's literally just a security robot that's been activated.
Yep.
So let's see how Ronald does it. A lot of different racers will fight this thing a bunch of different ways.
Whoa!
Thank you, Licorius, for the follow for Ronald. On behalf of everybody here at Speed Gaming, thank you.
Not having clean audio, can't believe it, Ronald. But that was a clean standard fight, though, on box there.
Yeah, listen, it may not have clean audio, but man, was that a clean box fight.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't opt for the quick kill strat, which is like really dangerous to do. But he like pretty much had like a perfect like normal fight.
Yep. So the quick kill strat they're referring to is on that right-hand side of the wall, you'll see racers wall jump and just lay missiles into box, basically trapping it in the corner and saving, want to say, couple of seconds from having it to have to walk all the way over to the spot where it goes through the ceiling. So,
yeah, I heard 3 seconds,
Greggy,
so I don't know if that's true.
Yep. We're going to see Greggy here as well do the normal box fight.
Yeah, so baiting it left and right. Ooh, it's gonna have a long walk over.
So, again, we appreciate these racers. So one thing we talked about clean audio. Clean audio is something when you're on Restream, we just kind of ask you all to have it. So disable all notifications, make sure your mic isn't audible on stream, and stuff like that. No MSUs, for the most part. So it's all good. The notification, we had fun with it. But now it's time to get into the mid-game portion here, where we start with getting everyone's favorite color suit.
Good God.
Nope, I'm kidding. It is the mustard suit, aka the worst-looking Varia suit in the Metroid franchise history. Why the developers made it look like a bottle of mustard, I have no idea. So we're getting at the mustard suit. Everyone loves the mustard suit. We know it's everyone's favorite. To get the awesome, sexy-looking gravity suit. Nope. Everybody loves that mustard Varia suit. Not that I've trolled everybody, Ryan, because not many people like the mustard Varia suit. It is an interesting fight overall, because this large Corex, there's really nothing special about it. It's literally just enlarged because it absorbed the power of the Varia suit. It is going to take 4 perfectly placed charge shots. Oh, when Ronald avoids getting hit by that first blue X.
Yep. So do what, like 69 damage when you get hit? I forgot the number.
I believe it's 69 damage.
Yeah, the devs knew what they were doing.
Yep. Devs wanted to have a little fun.
With a nice amount of damage.
Why am I banned for slander?
Goodness.
I mean, if you all like it, then please, by all means, go and enjoy your mustard Varia suit. I think the gravity suit is arguably one of the best looking gravity suits in the entire franchise.
I'm curious what Ronald's gonna do. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess he was just messing around there. But
Ronald wants to shake hands with the SAX, talk over a cup of coffee at the nearest Galaxy Burger. Oh, excuse me, Galaxy Java Hut. Oh, that came a little close from another one. I realized as soon as I said it. Could have been in trouble for sponsors. The insane RNG Ronald is getting here from these beam doors is something else.
Yep, another zero beam. Oh, he kind of messed up the door fix, so he had to re-land and kind of wasted more time than he tried to save with the door fix.
Now, now note those 4 great shots there from Ronald. He missed the first double.
Yep.
And again, that's using the charge beam's flare to once again really make use of that extra 6 damage. So here is the Varia suit. And now it's time for Greggy to hang out with the SAX.
Oh!
No! Greggy! Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No! Greggy, no!
Dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was concerned because of how far back he was when he shot.
I was concerned with the setup. I was really wondering why he was so far back.
Yeah, because that was by a lot, too, how far back he was.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's a 31.5-minute loss.
Yeah, so I was wondering if he was, like, cooking something that I've never seen before, or what.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was just, like, waiting for it to go normally, or whatever. So. I mean, I would... If I'm Greggy, I'd go, try again, because you never know what happens. Ronald could take an unfortunate death somewhere. You just never know.
Yeah, I'd definitely be... Me, I would definitely just be like, alright,
We've seen stranger stuff happen.
That is true, though. Well, Ronald should save just to
Yep, and
solidify.
that's it. That is an official DNF in the race time room.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that's tough. So you don't want to be like knocked out of the bracket from a death. Also, that's
No, not good. So unfortunate. So here's the thing.
Mhm.
Ronald hasn't won until he finishes the race.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
So yeah, so he's got to play it out, and we've got to watch. I think like the part where you get put where you have to go back to the ship. I think that would be a good spot to save if you really wanted.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, you're right there.
But yeah, if he doesn't want to save, I get it also. 'Cause, if he's confident in like surviving the run as a whole. But if he does die, then we're kind of in for a spicy treat. So
Yeah, I mean, you see it on Greg's face. Just he's shaking his head like he knew the setup was different. He went for, hitting the SAX, but just being in a different spot, not being able to control the SAX from where you normally set up that trick. Just very difficult.
yeah, so that was very tough. Ooh, is he
Yep.
starting again? Yep.
Let's go. Let's
See
go.
the timer starting.
On
All right, we got
DNF.
about a 34
On
and a half point lead.
DNF. Please, on DNF in the race time room.
He could be just like getting to a certain point of the game to mess around too. Potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah, sometimes people do that.
Oh, sector 5. We go from hot tonight to into the freezer.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, he jumped so low when he dropped the bomb, so the waivers got in the way there to cause him to get hit.
So here's what I could say. If you listen to my Bostonian accent, it's wicked cold, dude. There you go. Stereotypical Boston accent. You're welcome.
Bastard.
All right, let's see. So again, if you're just tuning in, Greg unfortunately died to the SAX in Sector 6. Forfeited in the race time room. Has restarted, but again, officially in the race time room, he has not unforfeited. If he wants to continue, he needs to unforfeit in the race time room. We as commentators are not allowed to really mention anything in the race time room, I believe. At least what I've been told in other tournaments.
Oh. I actually had no
In
idea.
terms of stuff like this. So, I mean, I'm sure there's an admin hanging out in chat.
Gotcha. But yeah, so Ronald, yeah, decently close to the halfway point of the run. The ice missiles upgrade, so obviously able to freeze enemies and gets plus 10 to his damage output for his missiles. So sitting pretty at 40. At 40 power now. But they won't one-shot enemies anymore, like the missiles, because they always freeze an enemy if it otherwise would have killed it if it's not frozen already.
Okay, there it is! Done! He has unforfeited in the race time room.
Alright.
Let's go. Let's get some hype in the chat for Greggy on the restart. I want to see that hype. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, so unsure if I'll be mentioning Greggy's Greggy's side since he's so
But
behind.
that's okay. You know what we can mention? It's time for emergency and Franker-Z. Get your Franker-Z emotes in the Twitch chat. I want to see every one of them Frank or Z emotes in chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Alright, now it's time for a little fun game I want to play here, Ryan. Viewers, on Ronald's side, guess what you think the emergency in Sector 3 time is going to be. So again, the emergency in Sector 3 escape time, the finish time. What do you think it is going to be? Ryan, what do you think we're going to see from Ronald? He's had really fast pace. I'm going to go 424.
424? Yeah.
I think we could see some bad RNG from the eye door.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I was going to say 436. But
let's go.
We'll see.
We got a 427, 428, 433. Keep them coming, chat. If you've listened to my Super Metroid Map Rando commentary, this is kind of on the same idea as the escape timer guesses. Alright, let's see how this looks. This is also one of my favorite parts of a run. And the reason I say it's one of my favorite parts of a run, Ryan, is just there's so much technical movement involved in this particular section.
Yeah, like instant landing on these like Namahays when they're frozen. For example, like he jumped over one of them that he froze actually, so kind of did waste a bit of time.
Keep them guesses coming. What do you think the time on Ronald's escape in Sector 3 gonna be? Oh, he missed the hopper freeze.
Yeah, so he's taking all.
Oh! Nice recovery on the eye door.
Yep, my guess was not even close. So.
Little rough for emergency in Frank or Z section. Nice double-double. 429 will be the finish time. You know, Ryan, we've talked about doubles off and on this entire race already. What are doubles, and why are they so important to the racers?
Yeah, so doubles generally are... if you hit... it's usually 2 missiles on the same frame. For the eye door, the first 2 eye doors at the beginning of the run, and then pretty much all the cores, you can get a double hit if you hit both. Hit with 2 missiles on the same frame. And yeah, you can skip a cycle each time that you get a double. Oh yeah, and I guess with that, so if you don't hit a double because like those mentioned things are all, they will have invincibility frames when you miss the double, so that it usually wastes a couple seconds if you don't land your doubles and like skip cycles. Because yeah, every extra cycle, then yeah, you have to spend more time waiting. And yeah, I did mention door fixes a little bit, like when Ronald just jumped through that door before he morphed. Which, depending on which door fix you're doing in the run, saves a different amount of frames. It's a lot less compared to, like, Super Metroid. People will talk about door fixes all the time, where some of them can even save, like, over half a second, but generally in Fusion, they're usually, like, what, 8 frames or less on average, so not a lot, but still adds up. I was also kind of trying to catch up on chat, but...
Chat said they have cookies for us, but I don't know. I haven't seen any delivered yet from DoorDash.
I could go for some cookies. I deserve a snack. Or a treat.
There you go. Sweet. Sweet.
So yeah, the longest elevator ever. Waiting for Ronald. But yeah, so you mentioned way earlier in the race that We're eventually going to be saving the animals, so this is that point of the run.
That's right. That is, in fact, correct.
Yep. I don't know what strat Ronald's going to go for. If he's going to try for what the community calls the impossible strat, where you like freeze the Namahes as they're spawning, and you try to land on them in the same jump, pretty much. Jump/wall jump. Okay, did something different, but that was really clean though. With the jump extends to make the purple Namahe stretch out early, and for him to be in
chat, have
position
you
to freeze
fallen
him.
asleep? Wake up.
Oops, did I say that? Anyway, let's see how this RNG is. 1, 2, 3. It was looking really good.
Oh,
Where
this
are
is-
the rest of them?
This is egregious.
That would have been a really great animals.
Right? Oh, that ledge grab too. So yeah, so animals saved, punished by the RNG as usual when you save the animals. Should have left them behind in Super Metroid. This is everybody's fault that plays Metroid Fusion. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this part, it's kind of a lot of like backtracking. So yeah, going up to that habitation center, then gonna be told to go to Sector 5 again to where you downloaded the ice missiles to download the power bombs instead, because the other download stations are either destroyed or blocked off. So that's the only one that's like easily accessible for Samus.
Fun fact, by the way.
Mhm.
In an any percent run, Sector 5 is the only sector that we're going to go back to 3 times. Every other sector, we visit twice.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, yeah. I'm like thinking about that now. I'm like, oh.
100%'s a little different, but any percent, Sector 5 is the only one we visit 3 times.
Yep. Because yeah, it's the second visit, and then the nightmare part later on. So yeah, definitely 3. Yeah, well, yeah, didn't really notice that. Never visit any of the other sectors like less than 3 times. So yeah, more Adam dialogue. You know what it is.
Why don't
Ronald,
you talk to us about that tech smashing and why it is so important and like important maybe overstated. Why it's an underrated speedrunning piece of tech.
Yeah, so of course you can you want to like maximize the amount of like time you save with tech smashing, but the tech smashing in this game is I just say this all the time, that it's very unintuitive, because to speed up the text scrolling speed, you have to be holding either A, B, or down on the D-pad. Any of those 3 work. But if you press like more than one button on the same frame and start holding both of them at the same time, that the text won't speed up when scrolling. So you have to like hold one. So you want to hold one. Usually people hold down on the D-pad and they'll mash the A button, so that they want to try to dismiss the final part of the text as soon as possible. Oh my gosh.
Ronald, please. Wow. Way to make us sweat, Ronald.
Good thing he has Varya at this point, so it didn't get frozen.
Technicalities.
Yep, and it's got a couple of E-tanks as well, so it's not the worst, but yeah, that I don't know. You don't commonly like see people get hit there, so it's like a bit
Funny.
scary when it happens.
Funny, hilarious. Rag on Ronald later. Got it.
pretty much.
All right, so we are done here with really the mid game. We are now entering the second half of the game, and we're going to start with a segment that I like to call the boss rush. So Samus here is going to be heading back to her ship. She's going to grab herself a croissant. Okay, not really. But basically, the ship's computer's like, can you please come back here? I need to have a word with you. Basically, what happened is the Edakuns and Decoras that Samus released are now on her ship. And that's what the computer wants her to go back to. And this is going to begin the quest to restore auxiliary power to the station. Then we're going to go and fight a couple bosses. We're going to go fight a boss called Yakuza. Then we're going to go escape the SAX in the only true forced SAX encounter until I guess, really the final boss. We actually have to truly escape. You've seen all the speedrunning tech and setups to really avoid the SAX to this point. It's a forced chase here by the game to do that.
Yep.
And now, after you escape you run away from the SAX, because you still don't have the plasma beam in order to defeat or damage the SAX. We're going to go then and fight Natori. And real quickly here, that power bomb, Ronald actually didn't stay on the screen long enough. You're going to have to lay another one. That's unfortunate. Basically, the racers will lay a power bomb there, blow up the power bomb blocks, then go refill, and then head just straight through with the speed booster. Once we're done with our touring, get the plasma beam, it's time to go fight Nightmare and get the gravity suit. That will end the boss rush. So it's 3 bosses, 1 run away from, all in a spin of about 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, he did actually good.
Whatever. Didn't look that good on our screen. Good question in Twitch chat. Do you think the BSL cafeteria has croissants? It's possible. I mean, they probably have all the food right now since no one is alive! Space station!
Yeah.
Stupid ex-parasites. They stupid.
Yeah, so Ronald avoiding killing that one pirate up above because a new pirate would have spawned in his way on this current pathing. So usually people just either try to avoid getting hit by it or just barrel through and take the hit.
All right, here we go. So Ronald is going to start damaging Yakuza here off screen. You can actually damage Yakuza off screen there with its mouth open. So let's see how many round Yakuza. That's 1 so far. By round, it means Yakuza grabbing Samus without opening its mouth. That's now round 3. We're going a full round Yakuza.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true, but I heard it's like slightly more common to get a 4 round. The JRP said that he was testing it out, and it was like something like slightly over 30% to get a 4 round.
Oh, in terms of RNG, it's crazy.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, Mr. Ronald is making his way to put the auxiliary power on. Follow-up question from Radley Vance in chat says, where is the BSL cafeteria? There's a lot of Hab deck that's unexplorable. You know, it's a really good question. However, thank you, Radley, for volunteering to treat the class, because I hear there's a cafeteria at your house. Thank you for treating chat and the commentary team to food.
Alright, so about to get to that forced sex encounter.
Yep. I don't know about you, Ryan. Hearing these footsteps here as a kid, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, right.
I have to go fight this thing,
Yeah, the heavy metal.
and then it's like you realize that the sax only gets frozen by the ice missiles for like a second.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they get to
Greg, do
break
it.
up.
Greg, do sax skip. Do it. Oh. Well, that's that. Now, we go into Fight Notori. Bradley says we ran out of stock last week and haven't had a new shipment. Fun fact, when I was in Austin, Texas in June for the Blast TV Austin Major, I actually met some friends of mine in the SM community. And I told them, I'm like, if you're letting me crash here for a night, I'm like, can I at least cook you all dinner? So I did. It was really good. I made a barbecue and brown sugar glazed salmon with creamy garlic mashed potatoes and roasted asparagus. Just saying, if I go to Speed Gaming Live, someone buy the food, I'll cook. Actually, wait a minute. What am I saying? There's gonna be like 100 people that show up at my hotel. W promised us food.
Right?
I promise nothing. You get nothing. Anyway, all food jokes aside, we now have the plasma beam. Best beam in the game. And like other beams, plasma beams in other games, the damage per frame beam.
Yep. Yeah, so the shot passes through the enemy, and for as long as it's passing through, it's damage every frame. So, gonna be making use of that to either, melt random enemies, and then it melts a couple.
Yeah, melt their faces off.
Yep.
Bradley says, wasn't that the meal you would talk about during their race against Greggy? Yup.
Yeah, so this is quite the lead for Ronald, obviously. But yeah, Greggy's he's clawed his way all the way back to Sector 4 at this point, so
Link says, oh hey look, a cursor. Way to point it out, Link.
He moved it off, right?
Who's trying not to mention it?
No, it's on, yeah. Whoops. Never mind. Uh-oh. Don't tell Nintendo what you see, y'all. Alright, so Ronald about to make his way over to the Nightmare. As Adam instructed.
Like I said, in a 10 to 15 minute span, 3 bosses and the SAX escape.
Yep.
I just find it very cool that when you're doing this kind of a speed run, Ryan, that you, again, that's kind of the reason I called it the boss rush segment, because you do have, again, it's really weird to get so many bosses in such a very quick span. Alright, here we go. One of the coolest in the game. Is Ronald gonna get it? The multi-room Shine Spark he is! Oh, that was so cool. W's in the chat for Ronald. Very nicely done.
The quad.
Da Spark.
Yeah, sometimes these pirates underwater are kind of obnoxious, where sometimes the charge shot won't kill them in one hit, like just barely. So a lot of times people shoot a missile for good measure, which Ronald's been doing, but his charge shots have been one-shotting him though each time.
So in order to make this race competitive again, little does Ronald know, he's going to have to fight Ryan Ford. Ryan's going to get the full SAX loadout. Ronald's going to have his final loadout, minus the SAX suit and Ice Beam. And it'll be a best of 7 to allow Greggy to come back in this race. No? Greggy froze. Why?
Yep. Okay, there's Nightmare. So yeah, let's open up. Looks good, all the hits, so should mean that Nightmare should be in a standard spot to control him once he starts flying around.
Yep.
In a bit.
Nightmare was very close there, unfortunately. Ouch. That was a very close Nightmare area. We're gonna see a one-round Nightmare? Nope.
Yeah.
All right, Nightmare is done. Time to go fight the Core X. It's gonna take 3 doubles. Misses the first.
Missed the...
Gets the second.
Yep.
Gets the third. And nice finish. Good recovery from Mr. Ronald.
Yep.
Also, Greggy making really good time on his side. Just to keep him on screen. 24 minutes heading into lower the water here in Sector 4.
Yeah, I didn't see how his Sarah's fight went as well.
Nope. Screen was frozen. It was the greatest Cirrus fight that we didn't see here on Speed Gaming. Because the stream was frozen.
That makes sense. Oh, the pirate sometimes preempting that shot. It's annoying too.
Alright, so we're done with the boss rush, Ryan.
Yep.
And now on to the part of the game where I call it the Samus starts breaking rules part of the game.
Yeah. So getting into the the underwater part of Sector 4 where
Yep. Looks very similar to Meridia.
yeah, right.
Bradley apologizes for Greg cutting out there was gnawing on their internet cable. Ethernet cable. Was it at least tasty? And as you could say, was it high in fiber?
Good God.
I'm WX Fan 21. I'll see myself out. Bad joke. It's okay. I'll see myself out. It's all good. We're down to -7 viewers. It's okay. I understand.
Rip.
Gotta have fun. And it's also just trying to keep things light and entertaining as we have been, you know, considering, you know, what happened to Greg in the SAX, you know, death at about 31 and a half minutes in, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it did take a couple of minutes to restart as well.
Yeah. So
it was around 34. A bit over 34
and that was a
minutes
tough decision to say, hey, I'm gonna, you know, continue. Because again, it's a race. It's never over until your opponent hits done. Plain and simple. It's never over until it's over. Okay, come on, Ronald.
No. Yeah,
I don't think he has the room. Wow, by one block. By one block.
Yep. He's down. Yep. The backups. And it gets to spark up the shaft instead of space jumping up there.
But yeah, all kidding aside, we hope you all have been appreciating and enjoying this entire commentary. Been enjoying the race. Make sure you give the racers a follow. !R in the Twitch chat. !C to follow the commentary team. And again, make sure you stay tuned to Speed Gaming's website for all the Speed Gaming Live. All the online tournaments started today, which is very, very exciting. And be on the lookout for my charity Metroid Marathon, September 26th and 27th. More official announcements to come as we get closer to it. We're going to raise a bunch of money for a great cause supporting mental health for gamers and just mental health in general. We're done breaking some rules for now, because we need to go to Sector 6. Well, I say we, like Ryan and I are literally in the game. Ronald Samus has to go into Sector 6 to go. Do you remember I said we're gonna see that security robot a second time? Well, we're gonna see it on Ronald's screen. It's now no longer called Box. It's now been infected by a Core X. And this is now Xbox coming up. And I don't know what's harder, Ryan, casually. Box or Xbox? I feel like Xbox because there isn't a lot of ceiling room.
Yeah, I think for a blind playthrough, that's tough. That's a tough one.
We're almost getting box fight synchroed, by the way. That would have been really cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah, Ronald counteracting Xbox with the PlayStation controller, though. So, at least from that input display on the bottom right.
Yep. Greggy with a nice Xbox fight. Sorry, box fight. Ronald's the one going to fight Xbox. Autumn says Xbox, no question. Yeah. I mean, even for speedrunners, and we're going to see it on Ronald's side, we've talked about doubles a lot throughout this entire race. I'm not gonna say extremely. It's very difficult to hit doubles in that Xbox boss room because of the low ceiling height. So, Sam is gonna go break some rules again. Chat, say the thing. Warning: no entry without authorization.
Yep. Now, so Ronald didn't charge diffusion missiles both times through the door. And then the puffers got in the way on that second visit.
Hey, can Ronald get a 2 here? No. You're looking really solid on a 3, though. Yeah. Nice 3-round Xbox! Cat Jam! Do. It's like in Metroid Prime 1 when you can have Beetle Jam and the old randomizer before it was patched. And you just get Beetle Jam for a while until you get like the next noise change of a boss. Loved it. Bring it back, Randallvania. Unpatch the bug.
Same thing again here. Where, Ronald didn't charge a diffusion missile there.
Yep.
And then the puffers both were in the way. So you got ultra conned by the RNG.
So, wave beam, very cool looking beam. Pretty pointless for a good chunk of the overall game. I mean, it's definitely helpful. I think it's the best looking beam in Metroid Fusion. It's a very pretty beam.
Yeah. Candy looking beam. Alright, lining up the Metroids, jumping through the door.
Yep. Alright, so this is the restricted area. You saw it there, the Alpha, Zeta, Gamma Metroids, and of course the Omega Metroid, the final boss of this game. Yep. And there goes the Metroid restricted area. And at this point in the game, storyline is, oh, the SAX is done. Bye-bye. No, because it comes to find out that there's no less than 10 SAX on the station, as they have been multiplying throughout the station.
Yep. Yeah, her having to fight these beasts that are full-powered version of herself.
Yep. Alright. So it's time to go fight one of the last bosses of the game. Everyone's favorite space pelican. With the worst Ridley Screech of all time.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to love it. They always point out trivia about it.
Alright, Radley's Greggy's screen. Redemption on the Sector 6 sacks.
Oh, yeah.
Yes or no? Do we get redemption? Redemption? Hold. Greggy's getting there. Greggy's done it, has escaped the SAX and looking like a pro while doing it. Let's get some hype in the chat for Mr. Gregory Spike.
Alright, and he's through.
Yep. And here we go. Here we go, chat. Volume up, volume down. However it is you want to deal with it. It's time for the Ridley fight. And get ready for the screech.
Alright, here we go. So yeah, talked about charge beams doing damage per frame as it passes through the enemy. So since Ridley is so huge, you maximize your damage if you shoot diagonally through him. And you kill him with about a dozen charge shots, or like slightly over, like 12, optimally. And yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the screeching.
Nice Ridley fight. I have been holding back doing the screeching for everyone's ears. But nicely done here for Ronald, because the fans want it. Oh, okay, it sounded like a cat being like grabbing his tail. Which also evidently sounds like the screeching Ridley gets, like someone's yanking his tail. We're done! Samus is fully maxed out. Samus now is gonna go, as I jokingly call it, again, this is a joke chat, doing her favorite pastime of blowing up planets. She blew up planet Zebes. She's gonna blow up SR-388. 2 planets she's blown up. So rude.
Yeah, she forgot to after Metroid 2, so correct her mistake.
Same thing with Zebes, apparently. But anyway, yes, in the game, in all seriousness, if you don't know the game lore when you're just watching for the first time, first of all, welcome.
Oh my god, what is this? Okay.
I mean, spoiler alert! 23-year spoiler alert! We need to go and blow up the planet with the space station because of the X and how fast they reproduce. So in the storyline, it makes a heck of a lot of sense. So, wiping out the X from existence.
Yep.
Also, if you want a fun fact of the Metroid timeline, Metroid Fusion takes place after the events of Super Metroid. Metroid Dread is the sequel to Metroid Fusion.
Yep.
Also, Dread might be arguably the best looking suit in the entire Metroidverse. They cooked with that suit. Though I do like the Fusion suit, too.
Yeah, I do like the way Dread looks a lot.
I like the Fusion suit. I think it's underrated.
Yeah. Not the Varia, but yeah, the rest.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, you heard that, chat. Get erect, Varia troopers. Please don't shut us off. We need the views.
Yeah, Fusion Varia from Metroid Prime.
Like you see the left-hand side of your screen. Gotta have fun. Got to have fun. So we now have the biggest piece of tech smashing throughout the entire game. Greggy now hanging out here in Sector 5. Into the fridge goes Greggy. Ronald on the right-hand side is still going through the tech smashing. Now here's from Adam Malkovich, the actual Adam Malkovich, which I think lore-wise, I'm not actually sure if I doubt it's the real Adam or whatever. Because you learn about Adam Malkovich in Metroid Other M, which takes place before the events of Super Metroid. I think it's really interesting, just timeline-wise. Is it really Adam? When this game came out, Other M wasn't even really a thought, I don't think. So just really interesting to see. Yep. But nevertheless, we don't talk about Metroid Other M, apparently. Otherwise, apparently, we will get canceled.
Yeah, right, stream might abruptly end.
Please no. We somehow gained viewers after these bad jokes. I have no idea how this is happening. But all kidding aside, it's time to see if Ronald can execute really some cool-looking strats. Do you all remember when Ryan was explaining how the charge beam and missile combo hitting Ridley on a diagonal did a lot of damage? We're going to see the same thing here in the SAX fight. Ryan, why do we see racers trying to optimize, really, in my opinion, the hardest fight casually in this game?
Yeah, it would take really long if you if you don't do this freeze into charge shot combo. Like, it'd take almost like quadruple the amount of shots, roughly.
Yep, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, 5.
5. Now phase 2. If you can hit 2 direct shots, should finish it off. That's 1. It's the second. Nice SAX fight from Ronald. Yep. Let's see how the Ice Core X goes.
Yeah, so on that Horn Node phase, the first ice shots to make him jump faster, and then yeah, the whole big hitbox thing with the charge shot while he's jumping, then he's like rising up with the charge shot going up into him, so it just shreds all of his health.
Really nicely done from Ronald. A great SAX fight.
Yep, triple double in the sweet spot. But yeah, if you want to learn how to do those Ice Core X doubles, look up the tutorial by Rasu123.
Or if you want a personal tutorial, make sure to reach out to Ryan Ford on Discord. He charges $20 an hour, and he'll give you that discount as opposed to teaching his many students at their normal rate of $40 an hour. So you all get half off. Act today, $20 an hour, and Ryan will personally teach you how to do the SAX fight. Ryan, I'm trying to make you money over here.
It's actually kind of a real thing for Smash Bros. Melee coaching, because
let's go.
People that I've coached charging double the rate that I charge is crazy to me. But anyway, kind of coincidentally hit that like right on the head.
But yes, no, you can't actually do that. So this is the last thing stopping Ronald from total annihilation here of a hour 15 run for any percent. The possibility here on 4 E-Tanks of somehow messing up the Mega Pirate. Wrong game. WX, wrong game. The Omega Metroid. You can Omega Metroid still does a lot of damage here. So, but this is super clean. That will do it. Ronald Rage advances into round 2 of the lower bracket. GG's to the racers. Mr. Greggy Spike has forfeited from the race. Actually, no, he has not yet. He's still racing. Hooray! We get music. Yay! So the official time, according to racetime.gg, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 35 seconds. GG's to Ronald. Ronald will take on the loser of the upper bracket game of Thunder versus Gray Fox. Get your GG's in the Twitch chat.
All right, nice run. Yeah, I have no idea if Ronald's going to be coming in for the call or not. I don't manage that, so that's for the rest of y'all to figure out, I guess.
It's not for me to figure out. If Ronald gets the invite and wants to join us, there's no pressure to join.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I'll be judging if he doesn't join. No, I'm just kidding.
Ronald has to go, so message in chat. Gotta go do something.
Well, you can't see my face, but I am judging with a certain expression on my face.
Ronald, you can't spend your prize money yet. You haven't won the tournament yet! I don't think there's actually any prize money involved. Anyway, Franker Z section here for Greggy Spike.
Yeah, I'm just double checking notifications and stuff in case we have to go for scheduling reasons now that there's been a winner. since I got blamed last time for
being
being pinged in 3 different Discord channels. So,
Ronald, you're
not
fine.
paying attention.
Oh, hello, Mr. Greggy Spike.
Hello.
Oh, what up, Greggy?
What's up, everybody?
GG's. We still see you in progress in the race time room. Will you be finishing the race?
Nah.
Okay.
I was just playing, so
You're good.
I don't have an empty screen on the side. So, forfeit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Forfeit, not finish.
Oh, whatever. Sorry.
It's all good. We'll get the admins to go ahead and
You
clean
fix
that up,
that?
I guess.
Okay.
Admins! Check the race time room, please. We'll get that fixed. In the meantime, good attempted here. So, we got to ask about that Sector 6 sack setup. What happened?
Oh, man. It was a disaster. Like, I was having trouble with my control, actually. So I was having some misinputs, and I felt like some of the movement was bad. And for some reason, usually I go to the left corner and just go quickly and shoot and just jump over and it's done. But when I saw her shoot, then I was like, oh my god, it's done. There's no way out of this. And I was panicking also, so I was like, whatever. It never got to me. Controller problem. Things happen, but I was hoping for a better race for you guys to watch, for sure.
It was still really good overall. Don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah, I mean, I've
It
been
happened.
training so hard to give you guys a good show. And I died to
You
like
were.
sacks.
Listen, I can attest to that. I was in Greg's Twitch stream yesterday. Was training hard, was practicing segments. He was doing push-ups in between segments. He was doing thumb and finger push-ups. I mean, he was
Absolutely
going
true.
all out. He was training. He was training. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty standard other than that. You got some really good beam RNG there. No beams for quite a few of them. That had to at least make you feel good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was so happy. I was like, man, at least I got some good RNG on the doors. I can maybe have a chance. Oh, and my emergency dog, I think I will be able to get a 420 if I would just press anything. No! 119, no. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, what? It was 119? Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Or,
it was so
419?
close.
419.
Oh, jeez.
So close. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, the capture didn't catch up for the... so to see
Nope.
still
So-
at 422 with the text, but yeah.
Just real quick, because Ronald is in chat. Ronald, how'd you feel about the run overall? And yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I had to ask there. How do you feel about the run overall? For Greggy, you are out of the tournament, unfortunately. Yep. But folks, make sure you go give Greggy a follow, !R. Give him a follow. Give Ronald a follow. Feel free to follow the commentary team with !C. Waiting
And
for
yeah,
Ronald's
nice,
answer back in chat.
Nice new
Ronald,
follow,
start
Ronald.
playing. Yeah, Ronald, I will start playing the Jeopardy music.
Oh, there's probably a very massive amount of delay there.
So Ronald says, beginning was pretty bad, mid-game was good, 0 beams from Cirrus to Notori 2. Excellent!
Mm-hmm.
And a clean Sax and Omega Metroid fight. Alright. Let's get this done. Greggy, final thoughts from you. Ronald, final thoughts from you in chat. And then Ryan, final thoughts from you, and then I'll close us out.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the tournament. It was pretty good, pretty fun to grind this game. Thank you so much, you guys, for the commentary. I know you guys do a stellar job. I really appreciate that. Makes everything more fun. Congrats on Ronald for his win. Sorry, dude, that I couldn't give you a harder challenge there. But I'll definitely come back to Fusion and play some more. Just share the love to everyone in the community and follow all the good people out there. Thank you so much, guys. I'm peacing out.
All right, and just real quick, Ronald says in chat, GG's Greggy, and thank you for watching, everybody. Ryan, final thoughts from you.
Yeah, nice run. Thanks for the entertaining race, y'all, and pretty active chat too. So that's really cool. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Excellent. All right, Ryan, always a pleasure doing commentary with you as always. To Greggy and Ronald, great race. Ronald advances. Again, we'll go ahead and take on the winner, or excuse me, rather, the loser of Thunder versus Gray Fox. For Greggy Spike, Ronald Rage, Ryan Ford, WX Fan 21, saying we will see you next mission.
All right, see you next mission.